going on, everyone? Liam Catterson here, and we're on episode number 3 of season 3 for Jessica Jones, which is called I Have No Spleen, which I think was the area she was stabbed in at the end of episode 1. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm expecting things to pick up back in the present day. I mean, they did towards the end of the last episode, but last episode we focused so much on Trish as she learned how to train with her new powers, going a bit of parkour, as well as that hero life that she wants to be in on. So we got a great insight on that and what she's been doing in between season 2 and 3 of Jessica Jones. So yeah, it was really, really good though. Still not on Team Trish, obviously, because yeah, Trish is not... I don't think she's supposed to be that likable character, but it was very, very interesting going into her story, as well as to see how she is all alone in this, because Malcolm's doing his own thing. Jess, we like, even when Trish thought, okay, well, we're chasing the same guy, maybe we can make this team work, Jess gave her the middle finger, understandably so, and yeah, Trish ain't happy about that. I mean, I wouldn't be either, but yeah. But yeah, with that said, episode 3, let's get on with this. Extended reactions on Patreon. So yeah, let's go.
So I'm guessing not having one, it's kind of a negative.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
He's so chirpy for a doctor, just saying.
After a splenectomy, normal life can resume provided one takes precaution against an increased risk of deadly infections.
I'll start taking a multivitamin.
A rigorous immunization
Stabilizes on the bike,
prophylactic
basically.
You may be special, but you're not completely invulnerable.
I have to be.
I love how they're treating her like any normal patient. There's always this concern, oh, I can't go to a hospital because of my powers. Yeah, it was best to listen to the doctor's advice. Oh!
Damn,
that's the Jones. Yeah, that's the detective. Oh my god.
I already told them no more visitors.
You see flowers under my arm? I'm here to take Sting. That guy's still out there until one of us finds him.
And he could do a lot more damage. I know this is unfamiliar terrain, but... Where's Eric? Like, surely he would have, like, checked up on her if he wasn't involved.
A lot's changed. I remember
25 years is a long time.
I remember a brilliant, baffling girl who showed me the world.
I can show you the musical talent. It works. It works.
You're supposed to take them with water.
Exactly. She's like, fine, mother. Oh, she is amazing. That's the perfect burger.
Lose an organ, gain a case. A victim is vulnerable.
There's no rest.
And no one is gonna take it away.
Nice, Jess. Nice. It's risky given her condition, but she'll get knocked down, back up again. You got to.
Will you even ask if you find him?
It's not your concern.
The hell it's not. Before you screwed it up, my plan was to deliver Brant to the cops. I doubt you have
and
the
we're
same
still
agenda.
going on this case about you screwed it up.
Vengeance.
Rather than
not
I could have
justice.
died.
That's not what a hero does.
You've been a hero for 5 minutes. I've been
She's
one half
not
my
wrong.
life.
Is there anything I should know?
Just tell me what he's hiding.
I'm on it.
Hogarth, you bit. That's the guy that married the gal she's interested in.
Hi, I'm a collector of Victor
Bitch.
Cataldo's artwork.
They always just never close the door. Like, they just go half-assed it, okay.
The discussion of morality in the law. I come from a religious background.
Same here. Lapsed Catholic.
I'm coming to terms with the idea that righteousness, at least the kind that they taught us, was never absolute.
How
Daryl, welcome to the
this
pliable
improvisation
ethics of adulthood. I can tell you it only gets more
intertwines
confusing
with his
from here.
conflicting ideals. I love it.
It's what I do.
If you find them, how are you going to handle them?
You
When
have
I
some
find
fans and then you have some
Like I
batshit
said.
crazy fans.
It's what I do.
Got it.
This
Just want
guy
to know if you
can't,
tried it.
this guy can't
You
be
got 50
shifty.
bucks riding on this.
The burger. Yeah, tossed it. The doctor said I needed to make some lifestyle changes.
Hope you find a donor.
Take his spleen. Take his spleen. He doesn't even know what a spleen's supposed to do,
I
so
understand, Sabrina.
he won't miss it.
Decided to focus on the journey rather than the inevitable end.
You get that off a pamphlet?
Living every day as if it was your last.
You know,
Cliche, but it works.
They're developing new trials all the time. There's one out of Israel that's looking good.
You've been doing some research,
See, Jess is
Me
looking
too.
out for Hogarth.
and I will continue.
Well, that was fast.
Yeah, that was like, how fast? I am so confuddled about how fast these people are. Like, Eric was like, woof. If this was realistic,
cheapest
people
thing you
would
got?
wait half an hour
pretzel.
before you
What's
message
the cheapest
them
thing you got
something.
that doesn't taste like salted cardboard?
Hot dog coming right up.
Pretzels are awesome! Jess, come on! Jess, you are just amazing. Girl... You could say they're not the only string she's pulling. Heartstrings. That was rubbish, but whatever. Damn. Whilst that's going on as well, she... Are we sure that this is not her power? She pull that off so well. Oh, so he's not entirely innocent. Okay. Oh. You got a good visual for Malcolm.
I'm starving. Chinese or Thai?
I think you might want to close that before she comes over. She's...
Babe, you hungry?
I think you've totally grasped your situation. Your body has spleen better days. Your immune system is immeasurably more vulnerable. It can't take the abuse.
He's a cheery dude who just made a spleen pun. My god, I can't.
Peter and I have an open marriage.
Oh!
What does that mean?
It means I'm screwing you. He's probably screwing some graduate student as we speak. And so he died.
So, okay. Peter's okay with it, like, just have your cup of tea. Oh, so, did you bang anyone today? Just my, you know that Jerry person? Oh, okay. Still, you do feel a bit for Jerry, like, her heart was yearning for her. There we go. Now, will it work like it did for Malcolm? No, it won't. It surely won't.
I opened a special bottle.
Then again,
let me know if it's not chill to your liking.
Hellcat.
Thank you. Better yet, how many bottles have you drained?
Hand it over
Shit.
now.
I've spent the past year honing my skills, evolving into the best version of myself. I'm unstoppable. And I have all my organs intact.
But, okay, that was a bit too far. I was gonna say, you're not as... You might be training and all of that, but
something you
still a
should
bit
know.
sloppy.
No one is unstoppable. Organ, but I have gained a fine arts education.
What the hell do you want?
He's shitting his pants right now.
What do you think I want, asshole?
Oh!
My sister hired
I want your spleen.
Wants to control of that bag she can keep.
I don't give a shit about the sculpture. I do give a shit that you hired someone to stab me.
Stab you?
Brand's not the one that came after me.
Then who was it?
I don't know. But Brand's at 597. He's 23rd and he's not going anywhere.
Ah.
He's your win. You'll know what to do.
I mean, it's not Jess's priority anymore. All yours, Trish. Uh-oh.
There is one thing I would like to know.
Were you involved?
Tell me why someone wants to kill you.
Oh! Gonna get in deep and dirty with Eric. Well, what a twist there. It wasn't Jessica. It wasn't a targeted attack at Jessica, it seems. Like, oh, you're Jessica Jones. Sometimes you'll have your fans like, oh, Jessica, and then you have your batshit crazy fans and all of that who will just stab your spleen and all of that, and then you've got to confront a pun doctor. I love how that doctor was just included to just be the burden of Jessica's soul. But it seems like that Eric, who I thought might have some association with Jessica's stabbing, turns out he, like Jessica, was just caught in the crossfire, and whoever came to stab Jessica had some, you could say, beef with Eric. The burger pun, yeah. I'm just in a worked up mood now. No, I'm kind of surprised by that, because it seemed pretty clear that Eric was going to be involved with this story, whether he would be the villain or whatnot. But I didn't think he was the target and all of that, and it kind of does suck, doesn't it, that Jessica got caught in the crossfire because someone hates Eric, and Eric, I mean, he feels so guilty. I'm sure he feels so guilty, and I'm guessing that's like, to the point where he made the burger, but I feel like there's another reason as well, rather than showing his appreciation, and it's just to gloat at Jessica, because we had that burger debate, and then even Jessica realized where Eric was coming from. But I'm guessing that's why he wasn't at the hospital as well, because Jess doesn't need that on her plate, does she? She doesn't need more risk involved. So yeah, I'm guessing that's why he didn't go to the hospital to begin with. But that was really, really interesting. I did like the vulnerabilities of Jess, and how she wants to power herself, and she wants to overcome these obstacles, but she's finding the limits, especially now that there's no spleen. The thing is, Jessica has always relied on her physical powers. Like, there's a lot of fractures mentally for Jessica, and she is pretty strong-minded. Like in this episode, she was powering herself to still do this. But I really, really like the idea that she was having these PTSDs and all of that, despite how strong she wanted to be, because something like what she encountered is going to be something you cannot shrug off physically and mentally. It really does suck so much, and I did like that we peeked into the weaknesses of Jessica, because she felt like she was strong throughout this, she needed to shrug this off. She wanted that belief that she can just toss that aside and then move on to the Andrew Brandt case, I think it is, yeah. Which turns out that he was not involved. He was actually, yeah, as soon as he was like, oh shit, no, you just had that feeling that he was not going to be involved whatsoever, so, yeah. But, yeah, I really liked how we did delve into the weaknesses of Jessica, because she's always seen her physical prowess as a way to tell the world that try me, because I will tear you a new asshole. And now that she suffered that vulnerability, it's that disbelief. I can't be like this. This is wrong. And yeah, we got to see that vulnerability. But yeah, I loved the Doctor. Like I said, he was very punny. That Spleen joke is just going to slay me for days. Like I said, obviously included to just piss off Jessica, but it was still funny as well. And he's the happiest Doctor ever. Like, I don't know, he just pulled some really happy faces, and yeah, someone's had his coffee this morning. What I also really, really loved is the authority figures don't really give a shit about Jessica's powers. Like, there's always that worry about doctors wouldn't know what to do because my body is, like, made differently, or they're obsessed with the idea of a powered person in hospital. Like, I can't go to the hospital because, yeah. But Jessica's still human at the end of the day, and they treat her like she's an ordinary human being. They make mention about, okay, you got powers, but that doesn't make you invincible. You're still human at the end of the day, and that's what Jessica doesn't accept. That's the lesson that Jessica needs to take in. She can show hurt and pain, and it's okay at the end of the day. But I do admire the strength that she's pulling to push herself. But it is okay at the end of the day to show this, this worry, this concern, like she was having flashbacks, and that's really, really okay. And I did like the Hogarth and Jessica scene. I thought that was really, really well done. Eric, again, I loved some of the characters, like the newly introduced characters. There's some, like Malcolm's girlfriend, who are not really impressing me as much. Maybe she will pick up steam in the latter part of this season. But there are characters like Eric and Kif, I think she's called, the person that Hogarth longs for. They are really, really impressing me so much. Eric, brilliant stuff, especially cooking the burger for Jessica. Like I said, that's a two-way thing for me. It's more obnoxious, like, to the burger debate, but I think I see it as a way for to help Jessica out, because he's got to feel like shit, surely, that Jessica was caught in the crossfire. So that's what I would do if someone was after me and they caught the person that I was seeing. I would feel like the absolute worst, because that Jessica should not have had that, and yeah, it just sucks so much. So yeah, but I really loved Eric's involvement in this episode. Kif as well. I loved the Hogarth bits where she was with her partner, and I loved that revelation, because I thought, okay, so them two are embracing each other in open arms and all of that, and I was worried, like, okay, so I think they've rushed this. I did have that thought, but then we have a plot twist. We have Kif and Peter, yeah, they're in an open relationship. So basically, and she knew that he was banging someone at the school, which I thought was really, really well done by Malcolm to get in and like kind of improvised that scene, because he didn't plan on getting caught, but he put his real issues into perspective, because we know that he's having that conflict about what is right. But yeah, that twist came around, so it's hard. So it's made Jerry's quest to capture Kif's heart a bit harder because open relationship, yeah. So now she's told Malcolm, okay, well that's not enough. We got to dig deeper. We got to get further into this rabbit hole. So yeah. As well as the Trish and Jess war picked up as well. Trish felt like this Andrew Brandt situation was her interest, like it was of her interest. So she deserves to close the case, especially since she's got that fascination on putting people away behind bars. People who are absolute scumbags go behind bars, which is kind of okay. But Jess did have a point. She's more experienced at this. But then Trish does also have a point that she's a bit weaker as well. But Jess is not going to give up. Jess, this is the thing with Jess. She's allergic to the idea of being vulnerable. And she has got to prove a point. So, yeah. But I think Trish did take it a bit too far. We haven't seen Trish do a really decent job apart from preventing the rape situation from going ahead. Like she even took the information that Jess took from her, I guess, because she felt she was in the right, where she needs to, like, you can kind of see where Trish is kind of coming from, but she's so hell-bent. Like in episode 1, she told Jess, you can back off now because I've got this. This is a more understandable case because of Jess's current predicament, but she is so desperate to take all of the glory. You notice that, and I feel like in future episodes we're going to see Trish once again pull you don't need to worry about it, I've got this handled card. Whereas Jess, she has been in the game longer, and Trish would have died in episode 1 if Jess didn't show up. So, yeah, but at least she got to deliver her style of justice. Not the way she intended, but she got to put Andrew behind bars anyways. So, I guess that's an absolute win. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this episode. So much for the fact that we saw Jess dealing with that predicament, and like, I can't expose weakness. Being strong is who I am. So she kept trying to find a way to shrug off this spleen situation, and thought it's just a spleen, whatever. But she's just ignoring all the warnings that's carried around with her. She's limited. It's not like, okay, well, you can never do superhero work again, but you got to take it a bit more easier. But Jess, yeah. But yeah, it was a really, really great episode, though. I really loved it. Like I said, the Hogarth bits were really, really fascinating as well, which is a great subversion from what I expected. Like, we cut to her finally being happy. She got that I just knocked the mic. That's great. But yeah, as I was saying, we got that situation where she was finally happy. She got the girl she's been eyeing for, and I thought, okay, well, that's gonna be a bit rushed and all of that, because if you're gonna do that Kif person being embraced by Jerry, like, inevitably, give it a few more episodes at least. But like I said, we had that twist, so it's made it even harder for Jerry, because Jerry wants her all to herself. It's fair enough. Like, just, okay, it's more than just sleeping with her. She wants her. She wants that relationship with her. So she's got to find a way to kick Peter out the picture so she can be all hers. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, it was a really, really great episode. I loved it, and it was super, super enjoyable. So awesome stuff. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I we'll see you guys next time. Toodles!